with everything we teach them here, and so technology should be no different. I don't think any part of our lives is going to be completely untouched by technology. I think that no matter what area you're in, you're going to have to at least be comfortable with being around technology. And so we're helping our students if we are teaching them in a way that is interacting at least in some way with technology. This semester we're introducing the iPad for the first time, and we're hoping that these will be successful in engaging with our students, allowing them to interact with us in the classroom, allowing them to take their materials away with them to work wherever they like, in whatever environment they choose, and to also help them to keep up with technology. One of the things I think that these allow you to do is they allow you to make better use of your time, so they should allow you to fit things in better. For example, if they go on the train or on the bus to get to Unitec, then they can pull out their iPad, read their notes, read their textbook, interact with some of the applications as well, make notes. So they can do a lot of things that might not have been quite so easy for them if they didn't have the device.
And a picture of Excel.
It's much easier than having to have them all go away and do homework and hand it in to you. I mean, that with a larger class is just sort of unworkable. So I'm able to get an overview very quickly of everyone, and the students can see that the feedback's based on what's really happening. They can all see the same thing I can. So yeah, they seem to respond to it very well. So the students are talking in their groups and at the same time using the iPads to share ideas with the rest of the class as well. And this gives me a whole pile of information that I can make use of. I can go at the end of the class or even during the class and see what everyone's up to. I'll still walk around the class, but it means I get an overview of everything. And then I can go back and act upon that. Perhaps in the next class I might decide that an area we've been covering hasn't really got through, or I can see that, wow, they've really done well with this, and so there's no need to continue on.
This class, the information essential and application is, for me personally, it's very useful. It's a bit challenging at first, but basically because I was working for many years and all of a sudden I came back to school. But in the future I think it's very useful, even though I'm trying to catch up on some of the basics, but I'll hang in there and hope for the best, and hopefully that, yeah. But it's definitely going to help me with my other other subjects.
You know, like you can actually, in James' class, you actually just notice, like he actually after each subject or in a discussion, he actually has the poll thing so that we can understand what we're doing. You know, like I think it's better as well. We're having the poll and you know, like our votings that we understand. If we don't, it might be everybody's understanding. That's why, you know, the poll thing is actually going 100%. If there's somebody else, or like maybe 50-50, I think James will go and teach the subject. It's not like flying, you know, like sometimes when back in high school, it's like the tutors, they were flying with words. I couldn't catch them, but in here I find it very different. It's like, you know, they actually go slow. If you don't understand, we have, you know, times to ask questions. Back in school it was that, but I couldn't understand them at that time. But this time it's like very different. I can actually catch them what they're saying. I can actually understand what they're saying rather than what I was back.
You feel cared about, like that they care about if you're learning or not, and yeah. And there's also, you can email the teachers, like if you don't get to talk to them during class time, you can email them, ask them questions or anything, and they're always more than happy to email you back, and yeah.
It's better to ask in an email, like same as what she said, like it's more like.
Because sometimes you think the question is so basic, everyone will know it, but you know, so
much.
You feel like, oh, you know, shame.
You feel embarrassed, like asking from so many students, but you rather go into the email.
Yeah. But more private. Where at Unitec, you're more like a community, you know, like family kind of, you know, you talk to one another no matter what, you know, age, nationality, doesn't matter, you just...
And that's what keeps you motivated.
Yeah, getting feedback from one another.
This is my second year.
Yeah.
With the group we have, with the lecturers we have, I mean, friendships can be formed and bonded.
Definitely.
And you know, we can pick each other up as you go along
Yeah.
instead of having to move yourself.
And if
along.
we like don't want to ask James a question if he's busy with other students, we always ask
Yeah.
one another questions.
That's right.
Yeah.
We're always there to help one another as well. So
Because there are always
really
times
good.
where it's hard and boring for everyone. aren't
Yes,
there?
yeah. So, you know, if you tune out for 5 minutes or something, you go, oh, where are we at? And then just ask your neighbour, and they're more than happy to
Yeah.
tell you,
And support,
where to go.
Especially
what to do.
this class here, I'm asking those two. But I think one of the main thing that we know each other very quickly is because we're doing management, most of us bachelor in management, is how they design the course,
Yeah.
the whole paper, and most of the assignment is a group
It's
work.
group.
So putting us in group is make us really
Yeah.
Get to know
quickly
each
to know each other. As I think, I don't know whether the teaching technique or the way they design the course to be like
Yeah.
group assignment,
Yeah.
and it's really help us.
Like,
And
if it
then-
wasn't for the group work, like I wouldn't know anyone.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
I would just sit by myself somewhere, you know. Be like, yeah, okay, walk in, walk out.
And it's really good how they do group work assignments and all that kind of thing, because in the workplace, that's, you're going to have to apply those
Teamwork.
same thing, teamwork. So it's giving us work experience in a kind of way.